What is going on? I am trying to get where is I don't know if I'm on there we go. I found it. Trying to make sure I have sound here. And I have sound. Okay. Hello. And welcome. I am Endara. I am going to start a new game. Well, it's not a new game. I've been playing No Man's Sky since, well, officially played it the first time in 2018. And I struggled with it because at that time there was no tutorial. Or whenever I started it, there was no tutorial. And I couldn't figure a lot of things out. I got frustrated with it and I put it away. I was reacquainted with it thanks to another content creator who taught me so much. Actually, a couple of content creators who helped me so much. And I learned the game. I absolutely love the game. I tend to get a little burned out on it during expeditions because I have three different systems that I game on. I game on the PC, I game on the Xbox, and I game on the Switch. No, I do not have a PlayStation. I will never get a PlayStation. But that's besides the point. So during expeditions, I kind of get a little bit burned out on No Man's Sky because I'm having to do the expedition 3 times. So, I stepped away from it for a little bit. I see that we've got another one starting soon. I don't know how soon is, but can't wait. I've been trying a few other games and I've done some streams, so I do hope that you will check them out. At this point in time, I have not figured out how to get me in the corner. I'm still working on figuring some things out. I have not figured out thumbnails, so I am still very much learning streaming. So, bear with me, but I hope you enjoy yourself anyway. So I am going to come here to normal mode. And I am going to turn the music down quite a bit because I want to make sure that I'm heard over it. I love the music on No Man's Sky. But plus 2, I do worry about the getting dinged for copyright because I don't know what music is copyrighted, what isn't. I don't know what games copyright their music, what don't. So I just tend to turn the music way down, if not off altogether, just so that I don't want any dings. Okay, so I'm going to come here. Well, as soon as that goes away, I'm going to come over here. And I think it's under General. Audio settings, music. I've already got it at 50%. That's going to have to come way down. We'll set it at 25, see how that does it. I'm going to keep those at that point. I know that there is now another suit voice, but I'm going to keep it the same one. I'm going to go with voice A because higher pitch. Okay, that works for me. Because once I get to a customization space for me, I am going to change my look. Okay. Oh, there's one other thing I want to do. Hold on. Difficulty. The only thing I generally tend to change is creatures. I make them defensive. I don't like having to deal with hostile creatures. It's like I'm of the thinking that, hey, if you don't bother me, I won't bother you. So as long as I don't mess with them, they won't mess with me. Okay, here we go. Grab some of this hazardous flora, which will give me oxygen or sodium, depending. That one's sodium. I hit it right in at a cave, and I'm going to duck in there in a few moments because my my heat bar is going down. I got one more there. Don't shoot the animal. I saw his silhouette back there. Okay, let's see. And there might be more Florida. What is that? I don't want that there. There might be more hazardous flora in here, so gotta be careful. I don't have a visor installed yet, so I can't do any. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna let that build up before I go out. This is, I know, cobalt. Okay, there, oops. That is ferrite dust, so I'm gonna grab that. Ooh, platinum. Hey, if nothing else, I can sell it. Although probably don't need to be filling up my pockets with stuff that I'm not going to actually need early on. But cobalt is good because that'll help me do my batteries. I think it's for my oh, words. Hang on. What do I need? Oh, I still need more ferrite dust, and I can fix my scanner. So let me look at my, oh, not too bad inventory. Let's see here. Yeah, the ion batteries. I need cobalt oil and ferrite dust. So I guess I'm going to use that ferrite dust for these so that I can renew my protection there. Ooh, wish I knew how soon I was going to get off the planet, because I'd pick up those artifacts over there so I can sell them. Ah, depleted. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, carbon. I don't have any carbon. Well, the subterranean relics. Wait a minute. Go ahead and pick some of these up. Sell them. Okay, let's see here. I need to find something that's got plants. So I guess I'm gonna have to come out of here. So I wasn't paying attention and let my my mining beam die without making sure I had carbon. But the nice thing is I can punch it and get some carbon. Not the ideal way to do it, but it's an option if that's all you've got, which right now it's all I've got. Okay, so there we go. How much of a beam do I have? So I'm gonna 62%. It's all right, but I'm gonna make sure to get some ferrite dust and get some more plants. Because need all of this stuff when I get to my ship. So ferrite dust, which is your rock material, your mineral, charges well, you need it to fix your visor for one. Your visor is what you use to scan items. So I should have enough. Let me see. Yes, okay. So we're going to fix this. So now on my multi-tool, if I press the left trigger oh, I don't have the analysis visor. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Hold everything. The scanner. Okay, I need this as well. The analysis visor. Binocular tagging device. Okay. So I need 1 carbon nanotube, and I believe we have that. It sounds like a storm is brewing. We can build that here using carbon. Oh, maybe that was just ships going by. Okay. On planets that have a hostile atmosphere, such as heat, cold, poison, radiation. I can't remember if there's another one or not right off the top of my head. Those are hostile atmospheres, and you periodically have to charge your suit to keep from dying from the elements. So I'm going to build this, the analysis visor. Now I should be able, yes, okay, so with your left trigger. If you are pointing it at an animal and push the right trigger, it'll scan it. And at the start, you get a small amount of money, credits. So the more you scan, the more you'll get. And I look until I can't scan anything more. Oh, there's some over there. But maybe they are. Not sure what that was. I think that creature, there we go. Now I can see them. Okay, and there's still two other creatures over there. So I think that the other creatures are on the other side of the hill. My ship is over there, so that's my ship right there. It's 490 U away. I'm guessing that's units. It never really identifies the actual measure that they're using. Miles, feet, whatever. Don't know. Okay, so I'm looking, and I'm looking for more red paw prints. That tells me that there's more creatures that I need to scan. There's one, there's still one down there. Nope, not that one. Okay. You need to watch those little fly trap looking things because they will do some damage to you. Okay, where did the red there he is. Okay, green paw prints. So I think we've found them all. Oh, there is a fossil bed over there. Fossil beds are great for money early in the game. But I'm going to scan everything I can. Now, when you are looking at without the visor, when you're looking at, in this case, an unidentified mineral, it will tell you what the initial element is. If there is a second element, it'll be listed underneath with question marks and analyze. So if you scan it, it identifies that second element. So in this case, this one is silver. So I mined all of those cobalt before, and I only got the cobalt. I did not get any silver. That's the platinum that I did get from that one. Now, if I mine this, I not only get the cobalt, but I get a small amount of silver as well. There you go. The geodes you get from minerals, and if you hover over them, it tells you that they're worth 3,280 units each. And I could sell that and make money, but more than likely I'm going to get cobalt out of it because that's what I was mining and I could use the cobalt. So I'm going to go ahead and crack it open, and you do that just by clicking on the holding down the X, and yes, I did get cobalt. So I'm looking for things I haven't scanned yet. I haven't scanned that. So every time you land on a planet, this is what you want to do. You want to scan everything you possibly can. Now, these little These would be the stalagmites because they are reaching for the ceiling. There is usually also a stalactite. You just have to find it. Those are the ones that hang from the ceiling. Ah, there we go. And that gave me... Come on. Aren't you gonna tell me what you gave me? Ugh. Yeah, that's good. I need to. So again, cobalt and silver, which is fine. The cobalt, like I said, definitely can use, especially this early. Pretty much always. Yep, I saw my starship. Reach the marked signal. Okay. Trying to see. Grab some more ferrite dust. So the game does give you little hints on what you need to do. Don't run into animals or they will more than likely attack you. They don't like that. You don't have to attack it. Sometimes just running into it can set them off. So just kind of watch where you're going. Okay. So when we first appear on the planet, when you first start the game, you don't have any money. So just to, yes, I'm pretty sure, have no doubt, thermal protection is falling. What is that over there? Organic rocks. Ooh, those can be good, because those can have chlorine, which is valuable. Well, not as valuable as it used to be when I first started playing, but okay. So these guys here, if you approach them very carefully, not to the point that they snap, but to the point where you can grab that little red berry thing in the center. Come on. Grab it. Ah, there we go. Grassy pod. And now you can shoot it and get more oxygen. You can just shoot them and get the oxygen, and you're welcome to do that. But if you grab that grassy pod first, you get a little bit extra. And oxygen is one thing that you really need. Oxygen is not sold in the market. There's a terminal that you can buy things in. I'm going to go ahead and try and get that one. So anytime you can get oxygen, grab it. Now sometimes there are little plants on the ground that give you oxygen, and I'll show you those when we get to them. But you want to grab dihydrogen for a couple of reasons. For one, dihydrogen is used for some of the parts that you need to repair your ship. Dihydrogen jelly, I believe. Oh, there's another Up, I have to recharge. So to recharge, I'm going to use that. So I need to grab more plant matter. So it requires 80 carbon to fully charge your mining beam. I did not have 80. Oh, that gives me a little oxygen as well. I did not have 80. I only had 61, so I only got like a 75% charge. So I'm going to grab lots of carbon while I can. I got to keep an eye on my my heat shield, which is more or less non-existent. I don't have really a heat shield. I've just got a basic shield that protects me from the elements. It goes down fairly quickly, so I have to keep an eye on it. So these are crystals here. These are dihydrogen crystals as well. For the big ones like this though, you have to have an advanced mining beam, which we do not have yet. Oh, there's one that I can scan. And I can grab the ferrite, which I still need, and that gives me some sodium as well. Is that a plant? No. Grab that. Grab that. Grab some more of these small ones. The small ones you can mine. And then we'll get ready to head towards the ship. So there are a couple of other things. So your left joystick, if you push it down, it'll do a scan and it'll show you where dihydrogen is. In this case, that one we can't mine, but I believe we can this one because it looks like a big one, but it doesn't count as a big one. There's a yellow plant down there. It says Na. That gives us sodium. Ooh, I'm taking damage here. Gotta stop. So, sodium is another item that you want to pick up because you're going to need sodium. I'm pretty sure I scanned that creature, yes, so I'm going to grab some more of this dihydrogen. And you will always need ferrite dust and dihydrogen and carbon and oxygen, so I don't think there's getting too much of anything. Now at this point, yeah, you could go overboard because you've only got a limited amount of space. That gives me some more of that. So you do kind of need to be a little careful. I wanted to check out the organic rock. That's 227 that away. So let's run over there real quick and see what the organic rock... speaking of which, these are the oxygen-rich plants. Now, we used to be able to scan these. We can't anymore. So, but again, you want to harvest those when you find them. Sometimes you will look out and you will find large fields of them. I like it when we find that. Okay, so these glow green. I have a feeling these are going to be, yes, chlorine. So while they're not worth what they used to be worth, it's not bad to pick up. So usually on your starter planet, you will not have, usually, at least not on normal mode. Ooh, I need to scan that one. You will not have, oh, I don't have there's a curious deposit over there, and those are good, and I'll explain why. When you mine the curious deposit, it gives you fungal mold. And you can refine fungal mold into nanites, which you use to purchase upgrades. Now, different people have different views on fungal mold. A lot of people feel like it's kind of a waste because you have to have 5 in order to get 1 nanite. And that is true. It is some work, but once you get the backpack refiner, I just throw it in the backpack refiner, throw some fuel in it, and let it go while I'm doing other things. So yeah, if you have to stand there and keep an eye on it, yeah, it can be a bit much. But once you get a backpack refiner, which is, I think, the greatest invention that Hello Games has come up with so far. Yep, I've already scanned him. And I'm depleted again. So let's charge it again. Okay, I have 388, so I will get a full charge this time. So yay. Now, once you get a refiner and you can refine your carbon into condensed carbon, you will be able to run your miner on a lot less carbon. And I can explain that once I get some. So I am going to get some more plants. And we'll start heading back to... Okay, so let's see if I can charge... Yes, okay. So the battery that I created, it will recharge my hazard protection. So when I use that one, see that went back up to the top. Or it filled... I haven't scanned that one yet. Let me scan that one first. This one has condensed carbon. So I'm trying to remember, like I said, I haven't played it in a couple of months since the last expedition. So I'm trying to remember exactly how many carbon it takes to make condensed carbon. I want to say 2. But it takes less than half of the number of condensed carbon to fill your mining beam. So it actually saves you carbon in the end. So I'm looking around to see if there are any more animals that I haven't scanned. I'm not seeing any. So if you go over here, if you click on the menu button and you go over here to discoveries, it'll tell you what is on it'll tell you the name of the planet you're on, and it'll tell you what you've discovered. I've discovered 11 minerals and 6 flora, and I've discovered 6 out of 7 fauna. Now, to my knowledge, it never tells you when you've discovered all of the flora or all of the minerals. But if you can get all of the fauna, every animal, then you get a bonus amount of nanites. And that is, you get a certain number per animal that's found on the planet. So there's 7. So whatever it is per animal, and I can't remember that number at this point in time. But it's easy to figure out once you play it and remember how many there are. So I can go over here and grab some fossils, and I probably will, because once you get to the space station, you can sell the fossils, and some of them can be worth quite a bit. So at this point in the game, I open every container I can. I do take the rusted metal because it can be refined into ferrite dust. I know some streamers don't pick up. I pick up the different fluids. There are 3 different fluids, and I'll tell you more about those in a minute. But again, they can be refined. Ooh, I got a module. Oh, and I got an S-class. S-class is the best, and it's a heat module, so that is perfect. So I am going to install that, and I am going to put it right here with my hazard protection. So now that's going to give me an amount of time that module, hold on to get to it, my thermal protection upgrade, while it has a charge, I don't lose anything from my hazard protection. It uses this first. When this runs out, the computer will tell me that I'm taking heat damage, or I'm not taking heat damage. My heat shield is diminishing. I can use a battery to recharge my module, and it'll buy me more time. You can have up to 3 of any specific type of protection. Okay. Scenario, iteration number deleted. Boundary separation failure likely. Vessel 16 emptied. Cause sentinel intervention. Deliberate transfer. Don't know what any of that means. Analysis, fresh iteration generated. Anomaly containment prepared. Broadcast. Broadcast received. Traveler anomaly detected. Anomaly is compliant. Position logged. System integrity scan initialized. Okay. So just look around here. Okay. So that's that. I got what I could here. I can't do anything with this because I don't have the Atlas Pass. It's a light. I've already got that. Okay, let's check out the ship. Radiant Pillar. Iteration big long number online. Atlas connection intermittent. Launch thrusters offline. Pulse engine offline. I find myself alone on a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here, no sense of a before. But this ship at least seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. I am not dead yet, and this ship is a lifeline out to the stars. Read the log. Log 4925A, unavailable. Substituting data. Substituting? That doesn't sound good. Exosuit, connected. Suggestion. Pilot should perform maintenance. Select desired repair path. Repair ship systems. That's the only option. Self-guided repair protocols initiated. Pulse engine critically damaged. Looks like I need a hermetic seal and metal plating. Launch thrusters critically damaged. So I'm going to hit the it's not the menu button. I don't know what this button is, but it takes me to the ship. There is a button to the right of your left joystick. You click that button to pull up your inventory, your suit inventory, your starship inventory, and your multi-tool. Where it tells you what you've got. So we're going here. These are the two things I need to repair. So this one needs a hermetic seal and metal plating. This one needs pure ferrite and dihydrogen jelly. So let's get out of the ship. Let's see. Okay, so to get here, in an empty spot, if you hit A, you can craft whatever products you've got the recipe for. So that's how I created the nanotube earlier, and the ion batteries. That's how I created those. So I know I need, I think it's 1 metal plating, so I'm going to hover over that and I'm going to hit the A button, build 1. Now I'm going to go over to my ship and double check. I need 1 dihydrogen jelly. Yeah, I only needed 1. So now I'm going to go here and make 1, hover on the dihydrogen jelly, and I'm going to make 1 of those. So now I can go back to my ship. I can click here and I can put the metal plating in there and repair that. That's the wrong one. And now I'm going to go to this one and put the dihydrogen jelly I just made. So I still need pure ferrite. I have ferrite dust, but I do not have pure ferrite. That I would need to have a refiner. Oh, okay. Starship repair partially complete. Board the starship and consult ship diagnostics. So in the lower right hand corner, and once I figure out how to get the little box up there where you'll actually see me, you won't see that. So when you're playing, you need to look for that in that lower right hand corner, and that will tell you, that will guide you and tell you what you need to do next. The lower left hand corner is going to be your health indicator, your life bar. Oh, keep hitting the wrong thing. Your life support. When that gets really low, then you want to refill it. I generally don't refill it until it gets like around 5%. So this is at 0. So now if you look, there's a little white left facing arrow indicating that I am losing heat protection. So if I using the little up and down pad on the controller, I just click the down, and then where the batteries, because I want to renew things, I want to fill them up, you click the up, and that's what I want to do. I want to refill that one, so I'm going to click the up again, and I can either use phosphorus, which I don't have any of, that's why it's dark, or a battery, and that's what I'm going to use as a battery. So I'm just going to hit that one time. So that, I believe, recharged me fully. Yeah. So, oh, and here is some oxygen. There's usually where you go to get your ship, you're going to find some oxygen right there. Okay. Iteration big long number. Functional. Starship critically damaged, vital ingredients missing. Unable to synthesize required components. Pulse engine requires hermetic seal. Request assistant. Recommendation. Iteration comparison reveals hermetic seal nearby. Salvage planetary chart from distress beacon cache. Okay, so I'm going to get out. And I'm going to go back over here where you see the little red symbol. I peer inside the beacon's housing, as well as its distress broadcast unit. It contains a planetary chart. I'm going to take that chart. So now it says planetary chart recovered. Open the inventory, which is the one with the overlaying screens there, and we're going to hold down the X to plot the route. So that's going to point the way to the hermetic seal. Now, once I head out towards the coordinates, a storm is going to come up, so I have to keep an eye, a close eye, on my, make sure none of these animals is the last one I need. No, I've already got those, okay. I need to keep a close eye on my, my heat shield. Now, anytime you see smoke rising in the air, you may have more damaged machinery. If you do, grab what's in it, because, well, the last one gave me the S-class hazard protection. This case I only got nanites, but that's okay. I need nanites. Oops. When I get to the space station, I'll need lots of nanites to buy upgrades. See, there's the incoming storm. So I will, my hazard protection will go down a lot faster. Like the big blue crystals, the big red ones are pretty much the same way. Now sometimes though there will be a small crystals around it. These are condensed carbon. You want to grab those whenever you're able to. There's some sodium. Sodium is necessary. I'm going to go ahead and just head straight there. We'll pick up some of this other stuff coming back. See if there's anything more we need to scan. Got to be careful because sometimes during a storm you can't see when you're about to run into a hole in the ground. I saw a few things that... The nice thing about the heat-based storms is they tend to let you pulse a lot further, and I'll explain that in a moment. Accessing archives. 6 of 7 logs corrupted. Entry 4924A follows. And this is weird that it's out here. No one Xeek making this recording in case Xeek leaving behind Xeek in the fabricator. Xeek might be of some use. Xeek visor damaged. Xeek can't find ship. Recover supplies. The log finishes and the machine whirs to life, spitting out supplies. I have the hermetic seal I need to repair my ship. Whoever it was that led me here, whoever left this message, perhaps they found themselves in the same situation as I do now. So yay, I have the hermetic seal. I'm just going to ride out the storm in here. I'm going to let it pass. Well, actually, there's nothing in this shelter, so I'm going to go over to the other one and, because sometimes, yes, okay. So, if you see these hollow archives, hold down the X, accessing archive, 6 of 7 logs corrupted, entry follows, and that's the same message. Is it going to give me a second hermetic seal? Did it? It did! I have never seen that message out in one of the damaged containers like that, because there's usually a damaged machinery around the shelter where you get the hermetic seal. I have never gotten the hermetic seal out of one of the damaged machineries before. So, nice bonus there. So there's nothing else in here. So did the storm end? Ah, the storm ended. Okay, yay. So wherever you find the damaged machinery, look around, because there is usually a buried technology module. If you have the terrain manipulator, which we do not have, I don't know if that's something that it gives me or if I have to find it. Oh, I need to go over to the multi-tool. No, I can build the bolt caster or a shield, and I don't need either of those. I already got the analysis visor, so I can't get this because it's too deep. Now sometimes you can just walk over it. That's right, I may not be able to get the bones because I don't have the terrain manipulator. But sometimes you can walk over it, and if it's close enough to the surface, it'll let you grab it. In this case, it's not. So, there's my ship. I am going to go ahead and head back to my ship, but how far am I away from that? 400? Yeah, I'm not going to go that. Okay, I know I'm just going to head back to my ship. So, is this? Yes, okay, so these are like the blue and the red crystals, but these are sodium nitrate. That's an advanced form of sodium. However, even the small ones you cannot mine until you have the advanced mining laser. So the red ones you can grab the small ones, and the blue ones you can grab the small ones, but not the yellow ones. The yellow ones you have to have the advanced mining laser. Anytime you see something that says unidentified, stop and scan it. Oh, and I was going to show you. So, I started out with no money at all. If I go to my inventory, I have 17,000 credits now. And I have 27 nanites. I've gained 27 nanites since I started. So, not too bad. Once I get some upgrades for my laser, or my scanner rather, then I could start getting a lot more money. We need the so this isn't a you'd think, okay, it's blue, it's dihydrogen plant. No. This is a deuterium rich plant, which gives you, for a short period of time, a jetpack surge, which allows you to fly further distances until it fades. So you don't ever want to get too far off the ground. I've made that mistake and I have died. So don't fly too close to the sun, you will get burned. Alright, let's grab that. And I saw, okay, one of these, see, it's letting me grab that technology module without mining. Some people call that an exploit. I don't think so. I think it's just close enough to the surface that you can grab it. Sometimes it's a foot above the surface, so hey, if it lets you, it's legal. If they didn't want us to do it, they'd have stopped it by now. At this point in time, we don't need to get plants because we don't have a food processor to make processed food. Be careful, I almost ran into that hazardous flora. I want to grab that and then destroy it. Be very careful when you're mining either a plant, a mineral, or whatever, because if you accidentally, even if it's an accident, if you accidentally shoot an animal, they will attack you. And sometimes they can mess you up big time. So that one's good, and that one's good. And we've scanned those. Ah, phosphorus. Well, we don't have a terrain manipulator, which is what you need to mine the different ores or things like phosphorus elements, I guess. So, so to do this jetpack jump, you want to be running. So to run, you push down the right joystick, and then you hit the A, I believe it is. Hold on, I gotta let my sprint refresh itself. So I gotta think about it and do it. So in order to do that jump, you press the A and, whoa, and you press the left, or I'm sorry, the right bumper. So you push down on the right joystick, push it down to run. Once you're running, you press the bumper and hit the A. So it takes a little bit, it takes a few tries to master it the first time. So I've already got that. I don't think it's going to let me. Usually the ones around the damaged machinery, you're not going to be able to take that way. Okay, so now I can open up my inventory and I can repair this using one of my 2 hermetic seals. And I may need another hermetic seal another time. If I find a crashed ship, not mine, I will need a hermetic seal more than likely in order to fix the ship. So, in order to actually take off from the planet's surface, I need 50 pure ferrite. Well, I can't mine pure ferrite because I don't have an advanced mining laser. So, there is an option. So it says repair launch thrusters, pure ferrite, B to continue. So I'm going to get out. And it says, advanced materials required, recommended, deploy a portable refiner. Refiners transform simple materials. Refined materials hold more charge. Advanced technologies require refined materials. So, in order to put out a refiner, on your little D-pad, you press up. And there's the portable refiner. I need 1 metal plating and 30 oxygen. I have the oxygen. I need 1 metal plating. So I have to go out, go to my inventory in an empty box. I'm going to hit the X or the A button and hold down the X. No, sorry. Hold down the A. Or actually, no, I don't have to hold it down. I can just, I just press it. Press the A to create a metal plating. I'm trying to remember what you have to hold down buttons for and what you can just press. So now I'm going to press up on the D-pad and press A to create a refiner. It's green. That tells me I have everything I need and I'm in a good... It won't let me build it too close to the ship, so I'm going to build it there. And to build it, you just press the right trigger button. So, now I'm going to hold down the X. I have to put fuel in the refiner. The refiner takes carbon or condensed carbon. I'm going to hold off on using the condensed carbon for now. Actually, no, I'm not. It only takes 27. I've got 71. So there we go. I am going to... Ooh, I don't have very much ferrite dust. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to refine the rusted metal. With 1 rusted metal, I'll get 2 ferrite dust. So I'll end up with 108 ferrite dust. And just hold down the X to refine it. And I'm just going to let that go for a moment. I've been using ferrite dust to make the metal plates, and that is why I pick up, at least at the beginning game, I pick up the rusted metal. Oh, there's another one of those. Now those what are they called? Ancient ruins? Is that what they're called? I think. Subterranean relics, sorry. The subterranean relics are found in caves. So I could go running through the cave and pick up as many as I can, but I mean that one was right here, so I went ahead and picked it up. The ones I picked up earlier were right where I was, so I went ahead and picked them up. Like I said, I'll be able to sell them. I'm not going to get a huge amount of money for it, but at this stage, every little bit helps. So I've got 4 of them. I'll get 5,800 units for each. So a total of 23,000 units. So I will more than double what I currently have by selling them once I get to the space station. I need to take a sip of my drink so I can speak. I overheated. If you hold down the trigger too long, you will overheat your multi-tool, and you'll see that in the upper right. The mining beam, when it gets into the red, just back it off for a moment. You don't have to let it go all the way down, because if there's at least some bit of charge on it, it'll mine faster. But if you let it overheat, you have to wait until it completely cools down before you can use it again. So if you're in a hurry or if you're in a battle, you don't want that to happen. Yeah, not a good thing when you're fighting sentinels to overheat your weapon. So we're going to check on the refiner. So we have 108 ferrite dust. Now we are going to refine that into pure ferrite, or at least some of it. I don't need to do it all. I think I only need 50. I'll go ahead and do it all. Ferrite dust to pure ferrite is 1:1. So the number you put in is what you get out. When you go from pure ferrite to magnetized ferrite, then it's a 2-for-1 deal. It takes 2 pure ferrite to make 1 magnetized. Oop. So let's go ahead and get that started, and we'll just let that go. I'm going to look around, see if there's anything I want to check out. At this stage, stay away from vigilant stones, because if you mess with those, they're bad news. Just stay away from them for now until you have a much better weapon. Okay, now the portable refiner is nice because you can pick it up and take it with you. So don't forget. I do this all the time, and then I have to build another. Pick up your portable refiner. To pick it up, you just push down on the right stick. So now, if I go here, it's in my inventory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move some stuff over to my starship. So I'm going to move that over because I don't need to carry it on my person. I don't need to carry that on my person. I don't need to carry that or that. I can probably get rid of that marrow bulb if I need the space. I don't need to carry that. I don't need to carry that on me or that. Common items like the carbon, the ferrite, the sodium, and I like to put mine in specific order. So I have viscous fluid, and I have living slime. There's one other type of fluid, and I can't for the life of me think of what it's called, but it's the first stage of it. So I can throw these in the refiner. The first one, or whatever the first one is, and I cannot remember what it's called at the moment. When you refine it, it becomes viscous fluids. and it is a 1-to-1 exchange. So if you put 100 in, you get 100 viscous fluid out. Viscous fluid you can then further refine into living slime. And again, it's 1-for-1. So if you put 100 in, you get 100 out. Living slime becomes fungal mold. Again, it's a 1-to-1. So if you put 100 in, you get 100 out. Then you refine the fungal mold, and it's a 5-to-1 ratio. So it takes 5 to create 1 nanite. And I know a lot of people don't mess around with these. They just destroy them and get past them. But early game, I use them. I'll even continue to refine, get further along in the game. Oops, I wasn't paying attention and I took some damage. So I think it's time also, since that's filling up, I'm going to wait for it to fill up. I am going to... Oh, I'm in the ship. Give me a minute. I have to get out of the ship. So if I push down and go to the battery, now I can charge that, and I can also come over here and recharge this. Now, this uses oxygen, or it uses life support gel. Life support gels I'd rather use. To make life support gel, you need dihydrogen jelly and carbon. I've got carbon. I need dihydrogen jelly. That's another reason you need the dihydrogen. So I'm going to see how many dihydrogen. I can only make 6 dihydrogen gels. So I can make 6 life support gels. So now I'm going to come back here and recharge that with life support gel. There we go. Now I also noticed that I'm down to 7% on my mining beam, so I may as well fill this up, and I'm going to use the condensed carbon. It takes 25 condensed carbon. It takes 75 carbon to fill it up from the point I'm at now at 7%. It takes 80 if you're completely empty. So it takes as much carbon than condensed carbon to charge your weapon. So why use 75 carbon when I can use 25 condensed carbon, especially as the carbon, and I can show you this. Let me deploy my refiner, which I can do because it's in my ship and I'm close enough to my ship. Now, if I was a long distance away from my ship, it wouldn't let me. So, in order to make condensed carbon, it's 2-to-1. So 2 carbon make 1 condensed carbon. So 50 carbon make 25 condensed carbon, which I need to refill my mining beam. So instead of it costing me 75 carbon, it's technically only costing me 50 carbon. So it's just makes more sense to use condensed whenever you can. So, where am I? No, I haven't done the gun yet. There, now I have. Okay, so I recharged what I need. That's down to 40% already again. That's okay. I think we are almost ready to go. Oh, we just have to fix this. I've got my pure ferrite. So I've got 100, so I only needed 50, so we're good. So yay, our ship is repaired. We can leave the planet. Woohoo! So, before we do that, oh, the gel, I'm going to move that over to my inventory because I need that for me. That needs to go down here. I'm going to put this here for now, put that up here, and move that back. That one. Ah, there, I was able to get that one. I just can't get this. It's pure ferrite and it requires mining laser. So grab some more. Oh, why not? Oh, wait a minute. That's unidentified. Wait. Ah, there's another one. Unidentified. Grab those nanites. I mean, it's only 200. It's a very common one. So it's only 200, but hey, 205 times is 1,000, okay? And it might mean the difference between you being able to purchase something that will help you fix your ship or fix your weapon or whatever. So scan everything you can. Every planet you land on. So, oh, here's some more small red ones, so I can get some more condensed carbon. That's good. Let's see. Any more? It says there's some more dihydrogen down here. Oh yeah, there is. Okay, so let me I let it overheat. So like I said, be very careful about your aim and your angle. I try to get to where I'm more looking down, whereas if I'm like that and an animal crosses into my stream, even though it's technically not my fault, he's the one that walked into my stream, he's gonna get mad at me and he's gonna try to kill me, which sucks. Hate it when that happens. So there we go. And don't get me wrong, I am not above killing animals if I need them for something. Oh, wait, there's the last animal. It was a bird. Look at that. Woohoo! And it tells me I have found 7 out of 7. So now I can go to the menu and go back to discoveries. And I'm going to click on the fauna. And I am going to go here and you hold the A button to register completion, and it gave me 750 nanites. So yay. So there's 7. Was it 750? Oh, I don't remember now. I didn't pay attention. So anyway, okay. But there we go. So we have gotten all of the animals on this planet. So woohoo! Journey milestone, discovered all species on one planet. So yay. Alright, so now let's see how many dihydrogen we've got. Because the whole point was to get the hydrogen at 128. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to make 3 metal plating first. Now, if I just click the A, it'll build 1, and then I'll have to do it again. If I take the right bumper and hit it once, now it says build times 2. If I hit it again, it says build times 3. So now I press the A and I've got the 3. Now I can come here, hover over the launch fuel, and do the same thing. Hit the bumper once and now it says build times 2, and then again and it says build times 3. And I'm down to 8 dihydrogen now, but I've got launch fuel, so I'm going to put that in the ship because that's where it needs to be. I'm going to put it up here next to the other fuel. So let's take off. Let's head to the space station. Well, actually I don't think it'll let me head to the space station yet. It says all systems functional, seek answers amongst the stars. So we're going to fly upwards to get it to pulse like that, and it's going to give you a tutorial on the ship. So, orbital flight achieved. Test Starship systems, 0 of 3. Test flight controls and thrust, right trigger. So I'm going to hold down the right trigger. Orbital flight achieved. Test Starship systems, 1 of 3. Test boost with B. So now I'm going to hold down the B button. And now I'm at 2 of 3, and it says hold down the left bumper and right bumper to test pulse drive. So if I push them both down, now I'm using my pulse drive. And you just hit the left trigger to come out of it. Okay, so I've got an incoming message. So I'm going to push down on the D-pad because I'm using an Xbox controller. So I'm going to push down, go to Starship Communicator and press the A. Incoming transmission, source 4925B. Please identify yourself. I'm Kzit. Okay, I'm going to say identify yourself. You are not Kzit alone. Follow the Kzit. Okay, what's a Kzit? Strangely as it begins, the final piece of the signal appears to be a set of planetary coordinates. So I'm going to input the coordinate data. So coordinates received. So see that little symbol there? That's where you're headed. That's where you want to go now. So this is no, it's the same planet. Well, it could be a planet though behind it. So it could end up being the planet that you were just on. Most often, at least as far as I've seen, it's a different planet, but we'll see. And I just hit my boost. So it is the same planet. I'm going to the same planet I was on before. So I know I've got all the creatures. I don't need to look for any more creatures. And I forgot that I needed to look up in the sky as well. So, and I've got a lot of the minerals and the plants, but I'll still scan more because I know I don't have them all. Okay, so I'm getting to the now. So this is the approximate landing spot. So that's okay. We're going to go ahead and land here because I see that dihydrogen field. I need more dihydrogen. Now, if you noticed, or if you remember, at the very beginning of the stream, I went into the settings and I made a small adjustment to the difficulty. The only thing I usually set is the animals. The animals are usually set to predators on. It will allow predators to occasionally hunt and attack you. I always set it to defensive. It means the creatures will only retaliate when attacked by explorers. So if I attack it, it's got every right to defend itself. You could set it to passive, but that's just a little unfair. So it says the creatures will never attack explorers, even to defend themselves. So I set it to defensive. That's pretty much the only change that I make. Only because I hate having to worry about being attacked by critters. So I'm a live and let live kind of person. So as long as I don't attack a creature, it won't attack me. So there's some more dihydrogen over there. Figure since I see it right here, I'm going to go ahead and get it. And then we'll look for that signal that we came here for. Oh, come on. Up, overheated. So it's not letting me grab that one. It's too close. These are too close. Or either that or they're too big because these are dihydrogen. Okay, so we're in good shape. So I've got some more dihydrogen. How many did that give me? 123. So, oh, I meant there's a geode, or crystal fragment. So let's see what it is. It was dihydrogen, so I'm up to 167. So don't get huge amounts. I can't wait till I get my advanced mining laser, because when you take down the big crystal, oh, here's some more. When you take down the big crystals, you get a lot more. So let me get these, and then I saw something else I'm going to show you. And anybody that plays regularly is going to know all of this. But if you're new, hopefully my little tips will help. Oop. Depleted, so I need to recharge it. Oh, I need to recharge that too. Use the battery to recharge that. And use condensed carbon to recharge that. And we're off. Off to the races. So right now I only have one monitor to look at. I need to get another monitor. It's on my to-do list, but that's going to be a while because times are tough. Eventually I plan on getting another monitor. But so that being said, I don't have OBS up to keep an eye on whether or not anybody is currently watching and leaving me comments. But I just thought of something. I do have a laptop here. I'm opening it up as we speak. See if I can get my channel up on YouTube so I can see if anybody is there and if anybody has any questions. So, up here, this is a knowledge stone. It says memory of the Vy'keen. So that tells me this is a Vy'keen system. There are 3 types of, I guess you could say, sentient life. Well, actually, there's 4, but we'll get into that one later. The 4th is actually an offshoot of one of the others. But the Vy'keen, which is a warrior race, the Gek, which is like a merchant race, and the Korvax, which is an intellectual race. They are androids or robots. They're mechanical. So if you click on these memory things, click on the A, the stone resonates, producing a sound that fills my mind. A vision begins to take shape. I see 2 large aliens locked in combat. Eventually, one triumphs, leaving the victim to bleed to death. With the last of their strength, the vanquished alien gestures towards me. Accept knowledge. The name Vy'keen floats in my vision, an echo of the strange vision I just experienced. A word in this alien tongue is seared into my brain. So now I know the Vy'keen word for Vy'keen. That's usually the first word you will learn is the name of the race for whatever the planet is, whatever system that planet is in belongs to. So in this case, this is a Vy'keen system. So I know 1 word of Vy'keen. So now when I talk to a member of that race, if they say the word Vy'keen, I'll understand that 1 word. It's all I'll understand. So I'm just going to shoot on over. Oh no, that's a plant, and right now we don't need the plant. So now I'm going to look for the signal. So I'm going to activate the target sweep from the analysis visor by pressing the left trigger, and it's telling me to look that way. So now it's saying estimated distance is 332, 35, 38, 33 U. So it's roughly this direction. So I'm just going to run that direction for... See? Be careful. You will take damage. I'll go ahead and grab this dihydrogen jelly while I can. I think that was one of those rocks. Every now and then you'll go to shoot a rock for the ferrite, and the rock will grow legs and run away. It's the freakiest thing. Scares the ever-loving tar out of me every single time. So I have to have hazard gauntlets in order to pick the solar vine. I don't have that yet, so I can't pick any of that, and I don't need any right now anyway. So get back my target sweeper and get back on track. I need to go this way. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the hydrogen. I can't grab the sodium yet because I don't have an advanced mining laser. So I keep letting my multi-tool overheat. Gotta stop that. It's like when I'm playing a couple of the other games that I play, I don't keep an eye on my food or my water or my oxygen, and I end up dying. Okay, so I am going to press that again, and I need to get myself back on track. 331 away. Gosh, I feel like I'm getting further away. Okay, 292, so now it's going down. Oh, and there's some more dihydrogen, so I need it to make my launch fuels, and I'm going to need a lot of that at least until I get one of the upgrades. If you've never played the game before, I do recommend following the tutorial, at least to a point. Well, did I get turned around? I must have gotten turned around when I was getting the stuff. So 261 that way. And be careful not to go off the side of a cliff. I'm going to go ahead and grab this oxygen while I can. Come on. There we go. So when it closes after I take the grassy pod, it doesn't do any damage. It'll only do damage if it snaps closed without you getting the grassy pod. Grassy pod, and there we go. Alright, so where are we at? Oh, that's it right there. It's not a building in this case, it's a damaged machinery. Alright. The sparking wires of the machine generate a signal, tapping out its broadcast into the void. Whoever left the message is long gone. Decipher the signal. Decoding. 16, 16, 16. Entry 4925C. No fuel in Xi. Failed to reach the station. Hazard protection low. No choice but to Xi underground. Xi deployed base computer. As well as the log entry, the signal contains plans for a base computer and terrain manipulator. Yay! With any luck, the base computer will hold more information about whoever is leaving these messages. Extract plans. So there's a new part learned. The base computer. I need 30 chromatic metal. And I've got a terrain manipulator, which is a good thing because I cannot get chromatic metal until I get copper if I'm in a yellow system. And I can't get copper without a terrain manipulator, so that's why they give you both. So, buried technology. I can't get it yet. Let's go here to the menu and let's build the terrain manipulator. So, I'm going to put the terrain manipulator there. I need 2 carbon nanites and 1 dihydrogen jelly. Well, it's a good thing I've been picking up dihydrogen, huh? So I need, I've got 4 crystal fragments. More than likely they are dihydrogen. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I can sell the crystals at a terminal, but right now I need the dihydrogen, so I'm not. So I need 1 dihydrogen jelly and 2 carbon nanites. Nanite tubes. So again, I'm going to hit the right bumper once to make it a build ×2 and then press the A. Let me refresh my protection. There we go. And now I can build my terrain manipulator. There we go. And yay, it comes up fully loaded, fully charged. So I'm going to use the terrain manipulator to bury down to grab the buried technology modules. Couple reasons. First of all, you use the buried technology modules to purchase other recipes in the space anomaly, which we will get to. I'm hoping we'll get to that today. I'd only planned on streaming for a couple of hours. So, but we'll see. Oh, I got an ion battery. That's good. So, anytime you see these beacons here, these little, it's not really a beacon, it's a, it's just a sector marker. If you hold down the X, it'll quote unquote chart this sector. Now, I really wish that you could actually pull up a map of the planet and it'll show you the sectors you've found. So that, hey, if you want to be a completionist on the planet and find every sector, seems kind of silly to me, but hey, I'd do it at least once. It'd take me months, but I'd go for it once. But it would just be kind of cool to see, you know, what percentage of the planet you found. So if you look at that little bar across the top, it's your compass. It shows you that, you know, that way south, this way is west. You see those little, they look like little crates or chests there. If you hold down your left trigger, you'll see them. That is a cargo drop. That is a buried cache. And that is a buried cache. So that one's 77U away and that one's 217. So this one's the closer. I like to get these buried caches because sometimes they have some pretty good stuff in them. Sometimes it's just nanites. This one has a bolt caster module. Now this is an X class. It's a suspicious one. Basically it's an outlawed, it's a pirate module. Sometimes they can be better than S class. S class you know is going to be good. Sometimes X can be even better than that. Then again, sometimes they can be worse than the C class, which are the worst of the standard modules. So, yeah, it's a crapshoot. You don't know what you're going to get until you install it. And then if it's no good, you can always take it out. So, that's telling me there's a building that way. And those little blue diamonds there that are pointing this way, it's pointing me to copper deposits, which I need to get to one so that I can get copper to make chromatic metal. So I'll go to that one. It's only 300U away. There was another buried cache, but I'm not seeing it right now because all of these things are in the way. Until I get that cobalt or until I unpin that objective from the log. And I could do that. I could unpin it, but I need it if I'm going to make a base computer. I really hadn't planned on building a base on this planet. I still may not. But I'm going to go ahead and get the copper since I'm here. So with the terrain manipulator, and you can see up in the upper right hand corner where you see the wrench, that tells you what, well, the wrench on the right, where it says switch Y and switch Alt using B. So the switch Alt B is for different other weapons. Right now I'm not using that. It's just the Y. So if I use the Y button on the Xbox controller, it changes it back to the mining beam, so I can mine the dihydrogen crystals. But I can't mine the copper. So I have to hit the Y again to go back to the terrain manipulator, and then I can mine the copper. Now, good thing about the terrain manipulator, if a creature walks in front of that beam, it won't do any damage, so he won't attack you. So just something good to know. You don't have to worry about it. Because sometimes creatures, they will fall in the hole and then they're just in the way. So I am going to sit here and mine as much of this as I can. Sometimes you're able to get every single bit of it. Most of the time, not. It either goes a lot deeper than it looks, or it's not like a solid hunk like this is. So we'll see how much of it I can get. You got to be careful you don't undermine where you're standing, because you could end up in a hole you can't get out of, at least not easily. So let's just continue to chip away at this, see how much I get in the end. Now, along with the copper, I'm also getting silicate powder. Silicate powder can be used to recharge your terrain manipulator. So if you don't have what is it? Ferrite. Ferrite dust, pure ferrite, magnetized ferrite, or silicate powder will charge your terrain manipulator. So if you don't have the ferrite dust, or you don't have a lot and you want to hang on to it, you can use the silicate powder to charge your terrain manipulator. Okay, so I think we've got it all, but just to check it, I'm going to push down on the left stick. Okay, you see the red boxes? That indicates where there's still some hidden ore, and you could sit here and mine it until it's all gone. I'm not that invested. If there's just a couple little squares, then I might go ahead and go for it. But yeah, with this much still there, and you know, I might only get like 1 or 2 little bits of copper at a time. It's just not worth stressing over it. So I got the majority of it. I'm happy with that. So now I can go to my exosuit and see how much I ended up with. I've got 204. So when I put this in the refiner, it'll take 2 copper to make 1 chromatic metal. So 204 will give me 102 chromatic metal, and I only need 50 to make the base computer. Okay, so that's sodium nitrate. I'm going to move that down here by my sodium. The rest of that can just go here. I'm not ready to use that yet. I don't even have the bolt caster on my multi-tool yet. So I'm going to head to this unknown building. I want to see what it is. It could be a number of things. It could be an actual building that has a purpose. Could be a shelter. Could be a manufacturer, or it could be a another type of outpost. It could be a crashed ship. In this case, no. It's that. It's a Viking plaque. Ashes of the Heglosalaf. So I'm going to hold down the X to talk to it. The imprint of an ancient civilization was once absorbed by this strange marker. The story of the Viking somehow spills out in the language of my own people. The noble travelers will be spared. Their journey through the cosmos shall not be thwarted. So it is decreed. The will of Herc commands it. Hold on. Oops. The Viking shall honor the judgment and the belief of the ancients. So I have a couple of options. I can either seek help with language, seek knowledge of the past, or leave. For now, I'm just going to seek help with the language. My language of the Viking increases. So I've learned the Viking word for interloper, which you get called a lot by the Viking. So that wasn't really a building, but it's what counts for a building. It's what is identified as a building. So now there are bones over here, 745 U away. There's a damaged machinery too. I'm going to go ahead and head over there. Ooh, don't forget to recharge. I do that, and then I'll take damage, and it's like, okay, it's my own fault. Wasn't paying attention. I'm used to having more than one of those modules. I usually have 3. 3 is the most of any one type you can have. So you can have 3 heat, 3 cold, 3 radiation, and 3 toxic. And you're good. And I know some people only go with 1, but I'll get all 3. So Fecium, critter poop, lovely, right? But I'm going to take that because I just cut it in half. I'm going to take that because it'll come in handy later for different things. So I got a launch fuel, yay! So oops, okay, I forgot to have my terrain manipulator up. When that happens, you destroy whatever it is you're trying to mine, so you don't want to do that. Especially if you're trying to mine something that's really worth something, then it's not cool. Okay, so I'm looking for this little blue triangle right there. It's too deep, so I'm going to have to go back to the terrain manipulator and mine down to it. to grab the salvage data. So the salvage data, as I was saying before, when you get to the space anomaly, you can use it to learn additional blueprints. And the blueprints will cost you different amounts of salvage data depending on what it is. Or you can throw them in the refiner and they will create nanites. So it depends on what you're needing most at the time. So I'm switching back to mining beam before I shoot these because I want the condensed carbon. I can't get the big ones yet. Still don't have an advanced mining laser. There's the fossil bed over there. Now, do not mess with these. If you disturb the eye, that is bad. Do not disturb the eye. But sometimes, like, I don't even have to dig them up because they're close enough to the surface it'll let me grab them. Just be careful you're grabbing ancient bones and not disturbing the eye. So be very, very careful. See that one? If I had pressed X while I was over there, it's disturbed the eye. So I don't want to disturb the eye. I want the ancient bones. Okay, oh, there's another one. Ancient bones. I mean, if I have to, I will dig down. So here's one here, ancient bones. So that one, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to dig down to. Oh, my inventory's full. Okay. That happened. Alright, so now I'm going to call my ship in. As long as your launch thruster has power, you can call your ship in to you, as long as you're not in battle. So since this is the first time I had landed on a planet, I still had half a charge. I had a 50% charge. So now it's empty, because I took off from the other planet and then it took off to come to me. And at the very beginning, until you get some modules, you only get like 4 liftoffs from a full charge. So I'm going to click there and I'm going to refill it. So now, always make sure you've got charge before you leave the ship, because if you get a long distance away, there have been times that I have just run around a planet for hours without even thinking about it. Next thing you know, it's like, shoot, I've got a 1 hour walk or run back to my ship, which is not cool. And yes, that has happened to me before. So, because the ship was close to me when I picked up those fossils, because remember, my inventory was full, but because it was close to me, the fossil, that last fossil I picked up, it went right to my ship. So I'm going to move the rest of these fossils over to my ship. I can move the poop over. I'm going to move that over. For now, I'm going to move that over. Yeah, I'm running out of space. So I don't want to mess with those eyes, and I don't see any more yellow. And I'm going to use the left trigger just to double check. But if you look across the top, you see how in the compass bar it shows you the 3 red but does not show you any yellow. So if there were still yellow, they would show up there. So let's go ahead and leave the planet. Well, it's telling me to process the copper, so I guess, alright, we'll do that first. We're going to come down here. I'm going to click the up button on my D-pad to build the refiner. I'm going to put fuel in it, and I am going to refine the copper. There it is. So it's 2 to 1, so I'm putting in 204, I'll get out 102 and begin. So I'm going to just let that go for a moment. And again, once this is done, don't forget to pick up your refiner. I have left refiners behind. Every now and then I'll run into it. I'll find it. But not always. Doesn't happen very often. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to grab my chromatic metal and pick up my refiner. Now notice I put condensed carbon in to power it, but when I get the refiner back, it gives it back to me as straight carbon. So I'll have to refine it again. And every now and then I do go through and I refine a bunch of my carbon into condensed carbon. So now it's telling me to build a base. Well, I'm not ready to build a base yet, so for right now I'm just going to go ahead and take off. It says find a suitable spot. Well, maybe I don't want to on this planet. Now let's go back here to the inventory of my ship. So we have 100 tritium that we got when we picked up our ship. It was already there. So we're going to need more, because that's what powers the pulse engine. And if you run out of power and you don't have any tritium, what are you going to do? Well, good thing. Most systems have asteroids. And asteroids carry a number of different things. Tritium being one of them. So using the A button, which is your trigger button for your ship. So let me see, I got some gold, I got some tritium, I got some silver. What's that little spiky one? Let's get a little closer to it. Let's see, that gave me platinum. So sometimes you can tell what you're going to get. Like these I think are all going to be platinum. Oh, nope, that one was gold. So it's not always the same. I guess it varies. It used to be asteroids of certain shapes or certain makeup, like this one has the little spiky things, would always be whatever it was when you first got it. But in this case, I guess not. Not anymore. And that's fine. So I'm just going to shoot a bunch of, oops, overheat. So one of what I picked up, I'm hitting the wrong button. I picked up a gold nugget. Now I can sell that at a trade terminal for 3,280 units. Or I can analyze it and get usable ore from it. And the same with the crystallized tritium. I can sell it for 3,280, or I can use the X to break it down into usable material. And that's what I'm going to do for that. And for now, I'll keep that as a gold nugget. Oh, another gold nugget. The one good thing about building a base on a planet is you can get storage containers where you can start storing your stuff. Be careful about ships flying into your stream as well, because if they fly into your stream, even though you're not aiming for them, they will attack you. That one happens to be doing the same thing I'm doing, which is fine. Live and let live. You leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. See another crystallized tritium there. I'm not going to do this much longer. So we have just about reached the 2-hour mark. I could probably do another hour, but I do have to work tomorrow, so I don't want to stay up too late doing this. I got a later start than had planned. So alright, so I want to look around here and see if I can see if the space station is visible yet. It doesn't look like it. Looks like it's going to make me put down a base on the planet. I mean, I don't necessarily have to build a base. I don't have to put it on the same planet I was on. I could go to this unknown planet. Now, when you see an unknown planet in your ship, if you push down the A button, that's going to do a scan. So it's going to tell you it's an unstable planet. There's copper, pyrite, and salt, and ancient bones. Apparently there is no sentinels, so you don't have to worry about sentinels on that planet. So you could decide to go there. Let me see, is that the one that we were on? Yeah, that's the torrid planet, or the hot planet. See, I don't know how many planets there are in this system. It doesn't say anywhere on the screen that I can tell. So if we go to the menu button and go over to discoveries and go back, or actually no, I can tell right there. Okay, so there are 5 planets and 1 moon. So this is the planet we've been on because it tells us the name of it. Notice that the planet that we scanned and it told us the name of it it doesn't show up here with a name. It just says still unknown moon or unknown planet. So I can choose, you know what? It's like, let me see. You know, maybe this one. I mean, it's blue. So it's either going to be water or it's going to be cold. So we'll see. If you click on it, which I just did. Okay, so if you click on it, you can mark the planet. This is relatively new. This just happened this year with the, I believe it was the World 2 update. We can now mark a planet and it will tell us where that, it'll show us where that planet is. We just have to find it. Once we are facing the planet, and it might be on the other side of this big planet, so I think that's probably going to be the case. So I'm going to pulse over past that big planet that was taking up the whole view. So now there's our little marked planet. So let's get that in our hairs, and we're going to press the left and right bumper, and then it'll take us to that planet that we marked. So now we can scan the planet and see what, okay, maybe we have to jump out of that. Okay, so that's, so it's Hyperborean, which, yes, it's a cold planet. I'm not really much into cold planets. You know what? It's good enough. Good enough for this. So we're just going to target in on it and hit the left and right bumper, and it'll get us there quicker than if we were just flying, because outside of the boost there, if I were to just hold down the left trigger and the B button, it would take us 18.5 minutes to get to the planet just by going at this rate. But by hitting the to use the pulse engine, which is pulse jumps, the left and right bumper gives you a pulse jump, so it's only going to take 46 seconds to get there instead of 18.5 minutes. So I'm looking at the stream up there, and it looks like it's buffering, so I'm hoping that it's coming through clear. Come on, turn on. Trying to get my laptop up so I can see if anybody's watching, if anybody's talking to me. Okay, so what happened? Refuel the pulse engine with tritium or pyrite. I don't have any pyrite, I know that for darn sure, so I'm going to push down on the D-pad and then down on the D-pad and then up to the pulse engine, click the A button and use tritium, so I'm going to use the A button again. And now I'm fully charged, so I can hit the left and right bumpers again. Come on. Okay, so now let me go here to pull up YouTube. That way I'll at least be able to see the chat if anybody's there. Yipes! It's a good thing you don't actually crash into the planet. So, well, there's a damaged machinery, so I'll go ahead and land next to it. Hold on, I'm trying to get to my channel. Bear with me. No, not that one. Oh, I don't have it set up on this one. I can't look here. Okay, so let me do this real quick. So I don't see anybody in the chat. Okay. So we're going to get out of here. Now, because I do not have a cold weather protection, I have to keep a closer eye on my hazard. So there's some more living slime. Oop. Oh, I got another heat protection. Well, that's alright. I'll put that up there. I probably should have stayed on the hot planet, I guess. So I'm going to use my terrain manipulator to grab this buried technology module. So, and now since we're on a different planet, we need to start scanning stuff again, including animals, because we don't have any of the animals. And look at those little flying things. I don't know what those are. Oh. Oh, those are jumping out of the ground. Let's see any more red paws. I don't see any more red paws. Okay. So I want to stay close to my ship so that when I need to, I can get in it. Let me take care of my life support. That was getting kind of low. Alright. So I don't see any more red paws. Oh, what's that star? Oh, mutant plants. The thing is, I don't remember if I need a... I don't remember if I need the advanced mining laser for those. I don't know. But I know that, okay, so I'm on a different planet, so I need to just start scanning everything again. Every plant, every rock, every animal. And I got to keep an eye on my hazard protection. It says I've got critical exposure in 5.5 minutes, so I should be good for a little bit. So there we go. So unfortunately, I don't have my gaming channel set up for my laptop, at least not this laptop that's out here in my living room. The one in my bedroom has my gaming channel programmed. So I'll have to get that set up. Either move that one out here or get this one set up with the with my gaming channel. If at some point you do watch my stream, if you enjoy it, if you would like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. It does help out the channel. I'm just getting started, and I will be the first to admit I have a lot to learn. So I'll get there eventually, I swear. Oh, there's some more creatures. Some pretty little flying purple dragon thingies. So now come over here. So like I did with oh, there's some more critters, some little beetle thingies. So, like I did before, I'm going to click on the little menu button and go over to Discoveries. So there are 5 animals on this planet, of which I found 4. Now, if I click on this, I can go down here to this last one and I find out that it is an uncommon flying creature, so it will be in the sky, and it's diurnal, so it's during the day. So, it's daylight. So, up, and there it is. Gotta time it just right. There we go. And that's the last one. So now I see that new discovery. I've discovered 5 out of 5 species. So, yay! And I get another journey milestone. I've traveled 8,000 U. Sometimes even if you just take a step or two, it advances you in some way. So I'm gonna grab these. Most planets will have at least one form of hazardous flora. Oops. Some will have more than one form of hazardous flora. So you just have to watch for it. There we go. There's another rock. Not seeing anything else. Oh, there's a new rock. Might be pretty well tapped out for this particular area now. So I'm going to do a quick scan. See if anything pops up. Not really so much. So I'm going to get into the ship. So when you hop into your ship, see your hazard bar there, where in this case it's a blue line instead of a red line because it's cold instead of hot. That will refresh. So now I'm going to push down on my left stick because I'm going to run a scan. There is a building right there, so I'm going to work my way through these. And yes, if you run into them, the rifle. Not gonna sell the silver. Not gonna sell the silver. I have my reasons. I could sell the platinum. That'll give me another 37,000. That'll put me over $500,000. I could also sell the chlorine for 40,000. Yeah, I think I'm going to. So that looks good. Okay, so let's see if there's anything in there I want to buy. So let's see here. They do have some Starship launch fuel, but all I have to do is get the dihydrogen and I'm good. So they do have copper for sale, so I could buy 32 more copper for 1,600. I think I'm going to. You know what? Ferrite dust. I'm going to buy the ferrite dust. So that'll do it. That's all I need. So now I'm going to talk to this guy. He's got a little exclamation point next to him, meaning he's got something to say. So I'm going to talk to this guy. The warrior's nostrils flare as I approach. They inhale deeply, filling their lungs with the frozen air that has followed me into the sanctuary of this facility. They bark out what could be a warning. I hurriedly mime that I am peaceful and know little of their kind or language. Unknown word, interloper. I know that word now. And the rest of that, I have no idea what the heck he's saying. So he's calling me an interloper. That's all I know. They take a second to think, then grab my multi-tool while barking again into my visor, streaking it with saliva. Ew. They point at the mining beam, charge indicator, then at my backpack. I do my best to keep calm. Okay, I gotta remember, what do I need to charge my mining beam? I'm pretty sure it's carbon. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna say carbon. The warrior grunts in satisfaction, impressed with both my gift and my understanding. They teach me several new words of their language. Okay, I didn't know I was giving them a gift, but that's okay. So I learned the words for the and the word for gra. They say gra a lot. I don't know what gra means, but it is what they say. So this is another merchant. Let that message go away. I've earned 524 units. So this is a technology merchant. So I'm going to hold down the X and talk to him. Technology merchant Sims wares include blueprints for craftable technology, as well as many of the components required to craft them. So let's look at the blueprints. I want to see what he's got. So he's got a teleporter receiver, which could be handy. It's a ship-mounted teleportation device. No, you will not be able to teleport into your ship. It's to teleport items into your ship at a further distance. That costs 150 nanites. They have an advanced mining laser for 75 nanites. Definitely getting that. Gonna buy that. Okay, so they have a thermic protection unit. It's C-class, but it's better than nothing. But I have to be Viking rank 3 to buy it, and I'm not there yet. I don't have the boltcaster yet. I could get shield lattice, which is additional hazard protection. It's an upgrade. I think I might do that. Oh no, I'm definitely going to get the waveform recycler because that'll help my multi-tool. And I've got the units, or I've got the nanites for it. I'll go ahead and get this as well. And I'm going to go ahead and get... Okay. So I got those 3 blueprints. So now I can come here and I can build the shield lattice. If I had an antimatter, which I don't know how to make yet. Sodium nitrate. Didn't think about that, did ya? I could build this. It's an oxygen recycler. And it takes oxygen, obviously. So, if I'm going to do that, though, I'm going to move these. So I'm going to move this here and move that next to it. I'm running out of space already. 60 oxygen. So that's going to give me additional life support. So an additional 10% to my life support tanks. So now I'm going to go over here and I got an upgrade for my mining beam. I got the advanced mining laser. Now I need a hermetic seal, which remember I got 2 of earlier, so I've still got one. I need 2 wiring looms and I need a nanite tube. Now wiring looms you cannot make. You generally get those by dismantling um, upgrade modules. Uh, I don't have any I'm willing to break down at this point in time. So I need to see if I can get a hold of a couple of wiring looms. But this one takes an ion battery and magnetized ferrite, which I can make. So I'm going to go ahead and install that. I can put that in there right away, and I'll have to get that. I'm going to go ahead and build that. And I have to go back closer to my ship to get that part. So, come back here. Actually, no, go back there, because I'm going to talk to him again, and this time I'm going to look at components, and he does have wiring looms. He's only got one, of course he's only got one. Why does that not surprise me? Well, I'll buy the one. Items on minor settlements generally tend to cost less than they would on the space station. Just a tip there. So I'm going to get closer to my ship because I'm going to grab that. I need to be close enough so I can grab that wiring loom, or that hermetic seal. So there's that. I need one more wiring loom, and it won't let me put it in until I have both. So I need one carbon nanite. I can at least do that because I have the carbon, so I can create one and place that. So all I need is one more wiring loom, and that guy might get restocked on it, but not anytime soon. And usually, a lot of times, the Galactic Trade Terminal will have wiring looms, but not if they're on a minor settlement, because the guy in the back there sells stuff, and he doesn't want you to be able to buy it out here. Then why would you buy it from him? So, alright. So what I'm going to do, because I might come back for that gun if I can get some more nanites together, or I might just get a different one, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set, because it's wanting me to make a base computer, so I'm going to set a base computer. Since I have the chromatic metal, may as well. So now I'm going to look at it. Searching cartographic archives. Universal Archives search reveals no prior claims to this site. Sonar test confirms site is suitable for construction. Claim site? Yes, we're going to claim the base. If you're too close to somebody else's base, another player character's base, you won't be able to build there. You have to move further away. So, okay. So now we have a red symbol above it. So I'm going to go back into it. Accessing log from previous user. I don't even get my own base computer. I get a hand-me-down base computer. Entry 4925D follows. Storm sweeping across Xeek, but construction supplies low. Depositing shelter plans while Xeek need to Xeek back soon. Extract plans. So now I have some plans for different construction components for the base. So Now it's wanting me to construct a shelter. I don't really want to construct a built shelter here. I generally build shelters on specific types of planets, but I wanted to get this out of the way. So I'm just going to place the parts that it wants me to place, and then I can always take them back apart and get at least some of my stuff back. So I need one timber floor panel. So I'm going to build one timber floor panel. Now it wants me to build 3 timber walls. So I'm going to come down here and build the walls. So may as well, I guess, go ahead and place it. Do I have, hold on. Toggle free placement. There we go. 2, 3. Now I gotta build a roof. So build a roof. Oh, to get to this, what I'm doing is I'm clicking on the D-pad, the down arrow. I'm sorry, no, the up arrow. Then selecting what I need. In this case, I need a door. So now I have a little box. There we go. So now I can come in here and I'll be safe from the weather. And there's actually a storm brewing, so I don't want to be out in that. Oops. So I'm just going to duck in here where it's a little more roomy. So once the storm clears, and that's the thing, when you start a new game, when you get the location for the hermetic seal, once you start to it, a storm will come up. When you build your first base, the minute you put down, as soon as you put down your first piece, a storm will come up, and you'll have to finish the structure in the storm. So, yeah, that's just the way it is. It's always that way. Okay. Come on, storm. You need to pass. Well, you know what? I've got full health, so I'm going to go out here and accessing log from previous user. Additional archives recovered. Entry 4925E follows. Construction largely a success. Recovered salvage data from nearby Xeek plans logged. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices. Begin search. Extract plans. Whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I have access to their plans and perhaps I can learn from their efforts. So that's a construction research. So I'm going to go back in here. Storm clearing. So because I've claimed the minor settlement as part of my base, I can actually build in here. So that construction research unit, oh, it takes magnetized ferrite, and I need magnetized ferrite for something else. So let me put down my portable refiner, and I'm going to put that right there. Put fuel in it. And I am going to, let me see, that won't give me enough. Okay, I'm going to use the rusted metal. That'll give me 454 ferrite dust. And then I'll be able to change that into pure ferrite, and it's a 1-to-1 exchange, so I'll get 454 pure ferrite. But then when I turn it into magnetized ferrite, it'll be 2-for-1. So it'll go back to 200 and whatever half of 454 is. My brain is not. I could used to be able to do math without even thinking about it. What? 2, and that would be a 2. I don't know. 7. 227. Is that what we started with? I don't remember. Yeah, 27 is 54. So 227. I'll end up with 227 magnetized ferrite. And then I'll still have a small amount of ferrite dust and a small amount of pure ferrite for other things. And I don't have to turn all of this into magnetized ferrite. I can hold some of the ferrite or the pure ferrite in reserve. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm going to have to shut this down before too much longer. I do have to work tomorrow. I had only planned on doing this until 9. We've already gone an hour past that. There we go. So now I'm going to, so let me take a look at this. So to build this, I need 20 magnetized ferrite. So I only need to make 40 pure ferrite. So I think that's what I'll do. Well, okay, so I made 51. So I'm going to put this in the ship, and I'm going to move this over and make magnetized ferrite. There we go. So now I can go here to my construction research unit. Oh, I have to make a nanotube. So I need one of those. So now I can build the construction unit. Construction research unit. Well, shoot. Not the A. I have to hit the right trigger. Another blizzard coming in. Construction research unit. Analysis unit online. Diagnostic suggestion. Users should recover salvage data from buried technology. Equip and utilize an analysis visor. Research buildable technology. So, there are some items that I can purchase. And to purchase them, it costs salvage data. So right now I have 12 salvage data available. So let's see what we can build. Or see what we can purchase. So I can do a base teleporter, which will be handy once we get to a space station, because then you have to have 2 teleporters to travel between. So I'm hitting the right bumper, and that's going to move me through through whatever screens are available. So I can purchase additional building blueprints. So that's timber. I can get stone blueprints, alloy blueprints, and that's it. So I'm looking here. I mean, a base teleporter would be good, because then we can teleport here whenever we wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and use 2 of my salvage data to purchase the base teleporter. So I need 4 metal plating and 2 nanotubes to build this. So I'm going to back out of that. I'm going to go to my inventory, and I'm going to see if I can make 4 metal plating. I should be able to, because I've got all that ferrite dust. So 4 metal plating and 2 carbon nanotubes. Oops, go back. I only need 2. So that's good timing, because I'm going to build my teleporter out here. So I'm going to scroll over here to find the teleporter. I've got everything I need, so I'm going to build it. Now, there's no power to it. That's okay. I only need power to enter from this side to go someplace else that has a teleporter. Once I find the space station, I can use the space station teleporter and teleport down to my base, even if the teleporter is not powered. I just won't be able to go back that way unless I power it. So the red symbol has come back here, so I'm going to go in here again, and I am going to capture a screenshot of my base, and that looks good, so we'll take a picture of that and we're going to upload it. Base uploading to servers. There we go. So my next mission is powering the base. Learn the biofuel reactor, which I can do. It's in here. And I think I've got what I need to do that. Yeah, I only need 1, so I'm going to go ahead and build that. And I need wire, because you have to plug it in. And the electrical wiring luckily doesn't cost any salvage data. So I could get solar panels, but for right now the biofuel reactor is all that I would need if I can build it. Let's see, I need 1 metal plating, so I'm going to come back here and create my 1 metal plating and build that. Oh, keep doing that. And now I'm going to click on the electrical wiring, and I'm going to run, dang it, run the, I'm going to run the wire from there to there. Now, if I power this, and I can power it a little bit just so you can see, and I'm just going to put 1 in there, it lights up. So we've powered the base. It won't run for very long with just, it'll run for 37 minutes with just 1 carbon in there. So Yep. So now we can come back here because we've got that symbol again. Accessing log from previous user. God, I can't talk tonight. Additional archives recovered. Entry 4925F follows. Scanner detected unusual broadcast repeating 16 from the space station. Warning, end of archive. Records interrupted. The base computer archives have reached their end. It seems there is nothing more I will learn from them. My predecessor appears to have left their base and headed to the space station. Okay. Now when we go back into space, we will be able to find the space station. So, I'm going to go into my inventory and check this out. It's at 25%. I can take off one more time. Or actually, I think, yeah, it didn't cost me anything to take off because I took off from a base, from a landing pad. So I still have one takeoff available. So, see that little yellow, what is that, a pentagon, hexagon? What's 6? Hexagon. Yeah. That's the space station. So we're just going to pulse over there. I think once we explore the space station, I'm going to call it a night, and we can pick this up the next time I play No Man's Sky. Because right now I'm streaming several different games, so we'll see. Space station. So we're just going to head inside. The good thing is that once you get close enough, it pulls you in. There we go. We're on the space station. Okay, so it says find life forms to ask about the mysterious signal. Here's the thing, because you're going to be asking about 16. You don't want to talk to any of the merchants or any of the important ones. So just pick random ones that are just wandering around out here till you find the run. So we'll start with him. It says, can't understand a word he's saying. That is a Gek. The alien squeals as I approach. They seem excited to see me, though I cannot understand their babbling tongue. Perhaps they would recognize the signal mentioned by the base computer. Ask about 16. A look of surprise crosses the life form's face, and they release a strange-smelling gas. This appears to signify our conversation is over. Okay. He does not like to talk about 16. So I don't want to talk to him because it'll prevent me from talking to him again, at least until I leave and come back. Let's talk to him. And I can't understand a word he's saying because I don't know any of his language. The alien's elegant metallic shell springs to life as I approach. They study me, lights flashing around their visor. Perhaps they know something about the messages left at the base computer. Ask about 16. A glazed look passes over the life form's visor. The number has had some strange effect on them. They seem reluctant to speak further. Okay, so he's not going to talk to me. You're going to talk to two that will say, I ain't talking to you, we ain't talking about that. The third one we'll talk to. So we're going to pick the Viking. The unknown words. I don't understand any of the. I know the. That's it. That's all I know. Despite their size, the alien does not seem aggressive. But when I blink, I see that same red light that stared at me at the distress beacon. Repeat 16. We are watching you, traveler friend. Find what we have left you. Okay. Though the alien speaks, the words are not their own. A string of code is echoed back to me through the red glare, logged directly to my exosuit. The crimson light fades away, and I see the life forms staring at me. Whatever has happened, they do not appear to have witnessed it. I should leave. Perhaps my base computer would be able to make something of this code. Leave. Okay, so that part of it's done. Now I can explore the rest of the space station. I don't know if it'll let me talk to him now, to actually talk to him. No. Okay. So this is a traveler, an anomaly. So when you talk to these guys, they will give you the location of a grave. And when you go there, you can get a glyph. So we'll do that. I approach the lost traveler. Their skin is translucent, as if they were not truly there. Irrevocably corrupted. Please, or take, please. Final proof we existed. That. The strange being tries to hand me something, but whatever it is immaterial, shimmering in and out of existence. The life form begins to cry, despairing at their own impending disappearance. For a moment I see another universe, a place truly unlike anything I have ever encountered. Stay with them till the end. A life and a universe are consumed in a blaze of white, and yet the life form is still here, apparently unaware of anything that has just occurred. As I leave, they ask if I have received any troubling readings. They are afraid something is happening to their world. Okay, so now I'm going to talk to them again. Over here, listen, traveler. I think we might have some resources of interest. Who knows? They might make a difference between survival and certain death. I'm going to ask where they come from. It's going to cost me 100 nanites, and I hate to spend 100 nanites, but I'm going to, because Traveler Ossetiash offers directions to a place of interest. So they give me an anomalous subspace beacon. So that's the location of a grave. So we'll go there. I want to go here first. Appearance modifier. So I'm going to stay an anomaly. My race is going to stay the same. Body shape. I'm going to pick number 3. It's a little more feminine. As much as you can get in this game anyway. The head, you know what? I'm just going to leave the head as it is. I'm going to change the colors. I am going to pick purple and lighter purple. Okay. What is this? Oh, these are markings. I don't really need marking. Well, let me see. What are the different markings? No. Alright. I'll go with that one. Torso. So I'm going to take the sleek spaceship, or spacesuit. I don't know. So we're going to go dark, light, and dark. And then armor, that's the chest plate here. Dark, light, and dark. I'm into purple, so. Oh, and I'm going with the sleek chest plate. So. Oh, so I only needed 2, so. You know what, I'm going to reverse those. Okay. And I'm going with the sleek gloves, so 3 all the way across. So I don't need forearm accents, so dark and light. And legs, going with the sleek legs. And dark, light, and dark. Boots, you got it, sleek boots. Foot highlights, whatever. Dark, light, and dark. Jetpack, I only have one jetpack trail available, that one. Jetpack unit alpha. Customized cape. I can get a flowing cape. Why not? Dark, light, and dark. And banner. Okay. Let's see, what's the new, let's see, an astronaut, photographer, engineer, community research, explorers guild, whispering egg, racing flag, traveler, GAC, weaponry, Corvax, flora, fauna, portal, shield, pirate, merchants guild, Viking, black hole, and mercenaries guild. I'm gonna go with astronaut. Okay, new title. Oh, these are all the titles that I have earned in all of the different games and all the different expeditions I've done. Test subject, technician, respected carapace, liquidator, flag bearer, Viking at arms, enemy slayer, preceptor, adjutant, Templar, Hand of the Viking, messenger, agent, broker, envoy, manager, diplomat. Oh, you know what? I don't need to put a title on there. We'll just go with that. Yes, I'm going to save my changes. So, there we go. There's me. So, I don't think he'll let me talk to him yet. I'll have to leave and come back before he'll let me talk to him, I'm sure. Yeah. In the past, it used to be that once you talk to them with the 16 message, they would not ever talk to you again. So, This is the Explorers Guild, and of course we're just getting started, so they don't even want to talk to us yet. I don't have anything I can donate to them, so yeah. So we'll just leave. So let's talk to this guy. He is a Korvax. He's one of the android race. And I don't understand a word because I haven't learned any words. But I can offer him a gift, that Korvax casing I have. So we're going to give him that. He likes that. He accepts that gift. And that increases my standing now with the Korvax. So I'm going to talk to him again, and this time I'm going to request dialect help. So he's just asking me to pick a language symbol. I just always go with the first one. Whatever it is, I go with the first one. So aggression. Analyst entity AXA teaches me a word of their language. So I've learned a word. And I didn't see what word I learned, but I did learn a word. So, talk to him. And if you've talked to somebody, it'll say above, it'll say under his name, I think it is, that you've talked to him. And I haven't talked to him yet, so we will. He is one of the Gek, and I haven't learned any of his words yet. Trader Rest thrusts a datapad towards me as I approach, a cloud of cloying perfume billowing from their scent gland. On the screen is an image of the Gek alongside what looks like a complicated ranking system. The calculated value does not look high. I'm going to request dialect help. Trader Rest produces a datapad as though they had prepared for this moment. They present a selection of symbols, each representing a type of word I might learn. Again, I just picked aggression. Aggression, oh, destroy is the word I've learned from the Gek. It's not always going to be aggression for the first one. That just happened to be the way it is. So these are technology merchants. This is a merchant of upgrades for the exocraft, of which I don't have any, so we're going to skip that one. This is a technology merchant for the starship. So I could purchase a starship upgrade from him if he has one that I want. So let's see what he's offering. And it does use nanites. So the first four are always going to be the reactors. That's for if you're building your own ship out of parts you've scavenged. So we just get past these. So they have, let me see, C-class, launch thruster module, S-class. That's the best, unless you get an X-class that happens to be better. The thing is, it is going to cost me 595 nanites for this. But it would help out. You know what? I'm going to hold off on the ship. I'd rather look someplace else. So I can talk to Trader Ozv, and he doesn't say the one word that I know, so I don't know what he's saying. This strange life form seems agitated. The air surrounding them shifts repeatedly between two distinct aromas, one evoking a sunny afternoon, the other a crisp, snowy night. Let's request dialogue help. I could try to practice my language skills, but I only know one word. So yeah, we're just going to request dialogue help. Trader Osp mimes a series of actions. Each appears to be a concept I might learn. Aggression again. Maybe aggression is at the top. Oh, I'll learn aggression. Pirate. I've learned the Gek word for pirate. So now I'm going to talk to the scout here. Scout. Minky, Viking something 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 something, interloper something something something, or something something. The warriors' hackles rise, and they start to shake in anticipation of my request. I must take care not to push them too far. Request dialogue help, please. Scout, what's-his-face, nods with solemn pride. They present a screen of symbols, each appearing to be a concept I might learn. Okay, it's different this time. A mystery symbol, we'll go with that. He teaches me a word of their language. The Viking word for is. So now I know the Viking word for is. What the heck? Oh, okay, that is an exotic. And of course, I don't have the money for it, because exotics are S-class always, and they're expensive. First I'm going to see what he's got to trade. Ooh, another wiring lid. I need one. It's going to cost me 50,000, but I need one. So I'm just going to get the one I need. So let's see what else they've got here. Let's see. We've got chromatic metal. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm going to go ahead and buy the chromatic metal and the ferrite dust. I'll probably regret not getting more of those. I don't think I've got anything currently want to sell. I could sell the remaining salvage data. That'd give me another almost 500,000. It's nice to know. Yeah, for 9 salvage data to get almost 500,000, that's pretty good. So you can either put them in a a refiner and get nanites for them, or sell them and get units. And speaking of which, I think I left my refiner down at my base. I told you I tend to leave them behind. I could sell the gold nuggets, but I don't really want to. Yeah, I don't really want to sell anything, so I just want to look at this. So, yep, it's an S-class. It's so cute. How much is it? Yeah, 20 million. So, yep, I can't afford it. But the fact that there is an S-class in this system means that I could run into it again. So we'll see. It used to be, if you see it once, you'll see that same one over and over and over again. You just have to, once you see it, you have to reload and wait for it to show up. But again, I don't know if that has changed, because so many things have changed recently. So we'll see. And it's getting ready to go. Or, yep, it's gone. Took off. Okay, so let's continue with this. I think that's the same one that's not talking to me. Yep. So let's see. I visited this one. Yeah. Alright. So let's come back up here, because there's a couple other things I want to show you. Engineer Suwanjuku. Gra Viking. Something 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 R something. Something something. Miss Interloper. Something something something. Okay, I don't know what he's saying. The warrior looks at me sharply. I have clearly interrupted their concentration. They stow the small knife they were spinning around their fingers. Request dialogue help. Engineer Suwanjuku nods with solemn pride. They present a screen of symbols, each appearing to be a concept I might learn. Friendship. Engineer Huzitz teaches me a word of their language. So I now learn what word? Are you not going to teach me a word of their language? Did I miss it? Was it that fast? Well, that stinks. Okay, I don't know what the word was. If they showed it, I missed it. I don't think they showed it. Anytime you see a storage container and it lets you take something from it, do so. Same thing with these. Okay, there's another guy I can talk to. Entity Algoniu. And I have no idea what he's saying. He didn't say anything I recognized. As I approach the Korvax, I become aware of a small device in their hands. They are discreetly but unmistakably pointing it towards me, moving its flashing lights and sensors up and down my suit. Request dialogue help. Pleased to be queried. Entity What's-His-Face presents a series of symbols that seem to represent words I might learn. Technology. Research. So I learned the word for research from him. Now this is that same rifle. This is a C class. And yep, it's 1.8 mil. And C class is the lowest. It's like the worst. What do we got on this side? Another C class. But it looks like it's got more slots. Maybe not. It costs the same, so. Alright. So that's what's there. So, this is the weapon, the multi-tool merchant. So let's see what he's got in the way of multi-tool upgrades. Purchase. So he's got mining, plasma launcher, he's got a scanner module C and a scanner A, and A is better than a C, but not as good as an S. If I'm going to buy it, I'm going to wait until I can get an S. Boltcaster, which I haven't built yet. Scatter blaster, blaze javelin, yeah. Not interested in anything here right now. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so now I'm going to come to this guy. He's the exosuit research merchant. So we're going to see what he's got. So he's got toxic protection, underwater protection. Again, I generally only look for S-class modules. I want movement modules, but I really want S's. I'm not too picky. So I'm going to pass on everything here except at the exosuit merchant. You want to look for this little tube thingy here. Milestone, learn 10 words, okay. So we're going to exit. So, if you have not been here and already gotten the suit, you'll see the little X up there. You click on the X, and if you take the upgrade in the general inventory area, which is down here, and not technology, because if you down here, it's going to give you the first one for free. If you go up here, I do believe it's going to charge you. Yes, it's going to charge you 1,000 units, which is actually not a bad price. Actually, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to take this one because I think this is a, you know what, I might go ahead and do it. Pay 1,000 and take this one. I believe that's going to be, oh, I have to come down here. Let me check, see. Oh, it's not. Well, I thought it was. Maybe I'm over too far. I thought it was going to be a oh, you know what? I'm still at C class. I'm still at oh, well, no, this doesn't have classes. No. I don't know. Have they changed the location of the supercharge slots? I could have swore that was a supercharge slot. I could have swore. Oh well, I'm going to come over here to the multi-tool, and this is the one I needed two wiring looms for, so I'm going to build those. So now, when I run into those big blue, red, or yellow crystals, I can mine them. Also, anything that is an advanced item, such as pure ferrite, magnetized ferrite, I'll be able to mine those. So what did I need for this? I need 100 magnetized ferrite, which apparently I have. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. There. So now that gives me an additional scan radius of 11% with a recharge time decreasing by 20%. So it'll recharge faster. Okay, so I got my suit slot, and I got pretty much everything else that I wanted. They didn't really have any decent items. Okay, so there's a little cube here that's encrypted navigation data that gave me 10 nanites. There's an insecure. I think that's supposed to be unsecure, because if you're insecure, that means you're not very confident. So this is a not very confident repository. I don't know. I think that's probably supposed to be unsecure because it's not secured. It's anybody can open it. So I got 15 units out of that, and there's another one up there, and more units. So I don't know, maybe it's a British thing and and insecure means different than it does here. I don't know. Because I am in the US, just saying. There's another one, more units. Is there another one over here? Nope, okay. And there's nothing back here. So I'm just going to wander around here and try and find the rest of the people I have not yet talked to. I've talked to him, I've talked to him. I've talked to him. I've talked to him. I've talked to him and him. Ooh, I haven't talked to you yet. Liquidator Dobquins. Gra. Something was something. Something, something, lots of somethings. The warrior's eyes keep shutting. Their breathing labored and broken. They suddenly appear to notice me, jolting to attention as they do. Request dialogue help. Liquidator Dobquez growls suspiciously. Eventually, they tap their datapad and display a list of language symbols. Let's go with technology. Viking word for weapon. Okay, so now I know the Viking word for weapon. So I've talked to him. I've talked to him. Let's go down to the lower level. I can't always do this and get down there faster. I've talked to him. Wait a minute, are there two travelers here? The thing is, if there is two travelers, I don't think it'll let me get a second grave sites. So if there is a second one, I would need to come back after I get the first grave site. So now let me show you what's down here. So this is the mission agent, and you can usually talk to them and they will give you, I think, up to like 5 missions that you can do. However, it says the life form gestures apologetically. Their exact meaning is unclear, but it is apparent that there is no work for me here. I think you have to wait until you change solar systems at least once, I think. So when I come back to this solar system, and I will at some point, I can get missions from him then. So this is the Space Station Galactic Trade Unit, and see, in this one there is wiring looms. It's just in the minor settlements there won't be. So there's really nothing in here I can't live without. I can always use ferrite dust, so go ahead and grab that, at least at this level, at this early date. This is the space station's terminus. It's their teleport terminus. So if you go here, it can take you to any other space stations you have visited, or it can take you to any of your bases, or if you're in multiplayer setting, if there are other players online with you, you might see their bases here. So in this case, I could teleport down to my base. Even if my base no longer has power, I can still teleport down. I'm not going to at this time. I will when we pick this up again. So this is the cartographer I was talking about. So we can talk to him, and he's got a bunch of different types of charts. So I am going to purchase, not random map, exchange for specific charts. Now, before I do that, I'm going to look and see what I've got. I have 3 navigation data. That's it. That's all I've picked up so far. So I won't be able to buy much. Maybe 1 or 2 charts. So, specific charts. So, I can take a secret cartographic data chart. That's going to tell me it's a map of a nearby planet. A secure site of interest has been marked. That would be things like manufacturing depots, I guess. Kind of secret places. Not sure what all else would be there. Emergency cartographic charts. These are going to give you coordinates of distress signals. Now, a distress signal could be a crashed ship, which would be great because then you can fix it up and sell it. A great way to earn money or to get parts if you want to build your own ship. However, a distress map can also lead you to a crash ship with a pilot, in which case you can't claim the ship. You can help the pilot fix the ship, but that doesn't do you any good if you're looking for ships. It could take you to a crashed freighter, which then you could check out some of the secured lockers that they've got there and get stuff. Emergency cartographic. I think we'll also show you abandoned buildings where there would be like the whispering eggs with the oh, these nasty creatures. I can't think of what they're called at the moment. Commercial cartographic would be your commercial areas, like probably would show you a trade port, or possibly even a minor settlement. I'm not sure. Alien cartographic data would be like the ruins, the historical sites. Artifact charts, just that. It's going to take you to where you can dig for an artifact. Exosuit upgrade charts. These are great. Now, they cost 3 charts, so if I did this, I'd only be able to buy 1. But it would lead you to an exosuit upgrade chamber. Now, in order to fix the chamber so that you can get the upgrade, you have to be able to make a oh, it's a special case. I can't think of what it's called right now. Like I said, it's been a few months since I've played the game, so I'm not remembering the name of things very well. You would need sodium nitrate, and you would need nanotubes. Well, I can make the nanotubes and the sodium nitrate I've got, but the it's an antimatter housing is what it is. It holds antimatter to create a warp drive. So and I don't have that recipe yet to my knowledge, so there's no point in getting that yet. I don't think I can make that. No, not yet. It shows here that I can make a warp cell, but I can't make antimatter, and I can't make the case for it, so I can't make antimatter housing is exactly what it's called. So so until I can make the antimatter housing, there's no point in getting the exosuit upgrade chart. So I'm just going to hang on to those for now. But there's the cartographer and the walk around of the station. Especially early game, I talk to everybody on the station so I can learn the words. As many words as possible in all languages. Once I get to where I can talk to the mission agents, I do take the missions because it's a fun way, an interesting way early on to earn money, to earn nanites, to just get items. I mean, sometimes if you complete a mission, instead of getting units or credits or nanites, they give you I don't know, Hadal cores, which are used in upgrading and crafting. You can get, sometimes it gives you warp cores, so you get different things. With your bones, you can come here and you can exchange them for other bones. So you can trade in several bones for a specific type of bone if you want. So you can browse the fossil archive. This is what he's got. So he's got pretty much everything. make a swap. Like if you think, oh, that's a cool rodent skull, you might have to trade 3 or 4 other fossils to get this one. So just all depends. This is the appearance modifier. That's where I changed my suit. This is the Starship Fabricator one, and this is the Starship Outfitter. So here I could upgrade my starship. I could, if I had 7 million units, I could purchase a storage space, 1 storage spot. If I had 10,000 nanites, I could upgrade the class. It's the Radiant Pillar. I'm not going to do any of that because the minute I can start traveling outside the system, I'm looking for a system with corrupted sentinels so I can get sentinel ships. That's where it's at. Best ships in the game, I think. That's my opinion. So, yeah, I don't have any of this anyway. You can also, now if you only have 1 ship, it will not let you salvage your 1 ship, and it'll tell you, hey, you don't have any other ships, you can't do anything. So salvage unavailable, break into parts unavailable because you've only got the 1 ship. If you salvage it, you get money for it. And sometimes, depending on how lucky you are, you might get a storage augmentation as well. If you take the parts, you get to pick 1 part of the ship, and that's it. That's all you get. You don't get money or anything for any of the rest of it. You just get 1 part out of that ship. So, but as I only have the 1 ship, I can do nothing yet. So, I think that's where we're going to call it an end. I have to get to bed. It's late for me. So I'm going to jump in my Radiant Pillar, and I'm going to jump out of it. That's going to create a save. Anytime you get in and out of your ship, it automatically generates a save point. When you teleport someplace, it creates a save point, I do believe. Well, you know, we can teleport back down to my base real quick and I can save it from there. So if I go down to my base, I want to warp there. So it's gonna take me to my base. And there I am. I'm at my base. And yeah, see, I can't teleport back because there's no power. But if, oh, but looky there, I've got that symbol again, so I can see what the archives have to tell me. Archives terminated. Seek new tasks. Begin decryption. Decoding. Message follows. The traveler finds their wings. Fly to us and claim your place amongst the stars. Signal acquired. Life signs detected. Okay, it looks like it's on this planet too. Possible distress signal. So, I'm not going to power that up. I am, however, going to save here. So, next time I play, we'll pick it up from here. We'll check out that encoded signal and find that grave. It looks like it may also be on this planet, although it could be on a different one. We won't know until we head head there. And we will just keep going. So I've had fun. I hope you've had fun as well. So have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you next time.